Hi everyone, and welcome back. It's been quite a long time since I last uploaded a video, so before we get started on my end of year manga haul, I wanted to do a little bit of channel updating. So, I did film a July and August manga unboxing haul, but I was not at all happy with the final product, so I decided to just scrap it. And I did post a picture on my Instagram of the haul and said that there was going to be a video, and then there never was. Sorry. So I'll put that on the screen right now so that everybody can get caught up, so we know what I had last time before we get into the pile of books I have to share today. Anyway, I am really excited to get into it and show you guys everything for the rest of the year. I'm also not totally sure about how many hauls I'm going to do going forward. I'm thinking about changing up how I use this channel, and I might do more reading logs and things like that. And I am much more active on my Instagram. I really like using Instagram for manga collecting, much more than YouTube. But YouTube is just kind of another way for me to connect with other collectors, and it's been pretty fun. But yeah, so we'll see what happens with the channel going forward, but I did want to do a end of year haul to just talk about everything that I have bought since my last Instagram update, as well as a few extras. I have been using my library a lot more to read things, even things that I started collecting. I finished reading them at the library, but I got a really good variety of things to share today, and like I said, some extras that I'm really excited to talk about. And yeah, I finished a lot of my collecting goals for the year, so that will also be fun. I'm just really excited. Let's get into it and talk about some manga. Okay, so the first book that I wanted to share today is something a little bit different, a little bit special, and something I wanted to highlight. So if you're in the Yurie community, you probably already know about this, but if you're not, I'll get you up to speed. This past year, especially in the fall, there has been some pretty successful Kickstarter campaigns for Yurie stuff. This is one of them. This is Her Kiss My Libido Twinkles Volume 1 by Miyuki Yorita. This is the English edition, and it was funded through Kickstarter. I was luckily able to support the project, and I was so happy about it. It's very well done. It's like a similar binding and stuff to Japanese manga. Here's a little card that they gave us for supporting on Kickstarter. Now, I could only afford to get the basic tier physical book. I didn't get any extras or anything like that, but it was a very successful campaign. And very soon after this campaign started, a campaign for Galette magazine also started to do an English version of Galette. And Galette is a crowdfunded Yurie magazine. I'm pretty sure that it publishes bi-monthly. And it's been going strong for about 5 years now. So this is a 5th anniversary project for Galette. Miyuki Yorita is part of Galette. Milk Morinaga, Mara Hakamada. There's a lot of Yurie authors that you probably know if you are really entrenched in Yurie. And this was a super, super successful campaign. Again, unfortunately, I had to choose between supporting this campaign or the Galette one, and I obviously chose this one. But hopefully, the next Galette project I'll be able to support. That would be really cool. So there's been a lot of Yurie Kickstarter campaigns lately that have been really exceeding their goals, which is just so awesome. And it kind of flies in the face of the stereotype that Yurie fans don't put their money where their mouth is. I think that this showed that Yurie fans honestly do want to support authors, and I think it's really amazing that these niche or more less mainstream avenues are being supported so readily. We also have manga getting saved from cancellation this year. Love Bullet it was a total phenomenon, and everybody was talking about it. Even regular Japanese news outlets were talking about this, and basically it was a huge campaign where fans bought the Japanese version of Love Bullet so that it wouldn't get canceled, which is really amazing. And there's been some other campaigns that fans have been making for other series, such as A Curtain Call for You. Now, that one's a little bit different. I don't think that campaign was super successful, but it does already have an English license. So I think that it was in the works way before this campaign started to get an English license. So, basically support the English release, I think, is what you should do now. It's being published by Kodansha, so I'm getting excited for that. But Love Bullet does not have an English release yet. I think it'll probably happen, but the popularity of it was just so organic. You could never predict something like that. So I don't think any publishers really had this series on their radar before the campaign. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to spotlight what Yurie fans have been doing this year. I think it's really awesome. And just seeing the positive interactions between Japanese Yurie fans and international Yurie fans and also authors and fans has been so cool to see. So I'm really happy I was able to support this campaign. I'll be looking forward to the next volume, and yeah, I just think it was great. So I wanted to showcase this manga before everything else. So let's move on to alphabetical order. All the English stuff I bought. Then we'll move on to Japanese and the extras. Alrighty, so first we have Aishiteruze Baby, Volume 6. This is the final volume that I needed to complete the collection, and at the beginning of the year, I think January, I hauled Volume 1, and I was not really sure how quickly I'd get the rest of the volumes, but I was luckily able to do it before the end of the year, which I'm so happy about. Now, this volume, I kind of went out on a limb for this one. You can see there's some stickers and there's quite a bit of yellowing. This one is, it was acceptable quality from thrift books. And, oh yeah, you can also see there's some damage at the bottom here. I mean, it's obviously still readable. Honestly, this is the best looking, acceptable copy of a manga that I have bought from thrift books. So I feel very lucky because I was waiting and waiting and waiting for any listing for this one to come up, and this was the only one, so I was so excited. I thought that it would be harder for me to find Volume 7, but it turned out that Volume 6 was the harder one to get. But yeah, so now I have the whole series, and I read the whole series. So this is one of my goals done for the year. I am so happy, and this series was absolutely amazing. Definitely lives up to the hype I gave it as a kid when I was wishing I had this. So yeah, it was just so good. There was just the right amount of drama and seriousness, and then the shoujo sparkles. So it was great. I loved it. Next we have Boys Gilding the Lily Shall Die, Volume 2. Yeah, so I have kind of stumbled upon buying this right away. I don't pre-order it, but my local chapters gets this every time, multiple copies. So I just go to the store and buy it so that I don't have to worry with Tokyo Pop's messed up pre-ordering. Yeah, but this was great. It was not quite as focused as the first volume in my opinion, but it was still really good. I really enjoyed it. They're pretty chunky volumes, which is nice. But yeah, so this is a great series. The name still makes no sense to me. Honestly, this series has one of the best male characters in a Yurie that I've read recently. So it's interesting that the title's like this. Obviously, the title's kind of just to make you click. But it's a great series. Definitely don't knock it till you try it. It has I think the 7th volume just came out in Japan, so it's still going strong, and I am looking forward to the next volume. All right, after that we have another volume of Cheeky Brat. This is volume 8. Like I say in all my hauls, this is one of my favorite shoujo right now, and I really enjoyed it. I really am looking forward to the new arc that we're going into with this couple. And I love Cheeky Brat, and it's so long that I don't really want to buy her other series that are out right now. But there's 2 other Mitsubachi Miyuki series that are being released right now from Yen Press. We got Spring Storm and Monster, and Stray Cat and Wolf, or something like that. Yeah, so I think that they're both probably good series because this one's great. But yeah, I want to focus on Cheeky Brat right now. And maybe if I get caught up on this series, then maybe I'll buy another one of Mitsubachi Miyuki's series. But yeah, it all came a little fast for me. I was like, I'm not even like halfway caught up on Cheeky Brat, and now these other series are coming out. Like, oh my god, I'm kind of overwhelmed. But yeah, this volume was great. All right, next up we have something pretty exciting. We have volumes 12 and 13 of DN Angel, which completes my DN Angel collecting. Yes, no more DN Angel volumes in my hauls in 2025. Unless, we get like a collector's edition or something insane, and then it will be like, oh shit, what am I gonna do with these? But anyway, really interesting situation that led me to buy these. So obviously these two are hard to find online, and they can go for high prices. I was really feeling a little dejected about buying these. I was like, when am I gonna get them? I'm gonna hate like having it incomplete. But also look at how good quality they are. Like, honestly, this is amazing. But anyway, look at these stickers in the back. Do you notice anything interesting? Yeah, I bought these at GameStop. The GameStop in my area started selling used manga. I went there to look for a like Christmas gift or something, and I found these here. Now, the entire series was for sale, but obviously I only needed 12 and 13, so I'm sorry, but I did break a complete series to get these. But it was so worth it. I have a couple other books that I bought when I found that GameStop was trying out used manga, but these were $6 each. Pretty insane. But yeah, as most people know, DN Angel never finished being published in English by Tokyopop because of their bankruptcy. So we're missing like 2 volumes of DN Angel from Japan, but this is everything that's in English, so I consider it complete. Yeah, so I'm just so happy about this, and one of my first things I'm going to do in 2025 is start my DN Angel reread. I am so excited. Next up, we have The Eccentric Doctor of the Moonflower Kingdom Volume 2. I posted an Instagram video about how I bought this, and, Volume 1. And it took me a long time to read it, but once I did, I was like, this series is actually really interesting. And then I found out that it's actually quite easy to find used copies of this, even though it's a pretty new series, on Thrift Books. So I got Volume 2 on Thrift Books with my, with like a free book reward or something. So I think I'm probably going to buy most of these used, because it's seriously a good deal. And a lot of them are like new or very good quality. So I am pretty happy with that. I have not read this volume 2 yet because it's, it's the end of the year. You can see there was a little bit of like a crease in this, but with how packed my shelves are, I think it's flattening out pretty well. And yeah, I think I paid it, well, obviously it was free because of my free book reward, but I think the price was like $6.99 US. So that was great. And yeah, like because I'm Canadian buying on Thrift Books, sometimes I do get ahead of myself because I see the prices and I think they're going to be Canadian, but it's US prices. But that's okay. Like, I have found so many great finds on Thrift Books that I honestly don't even care. But yeah, here's volume 2 of this series. All right, next we have a series that I wanted to start collecting for years, and I'm finally taking the plunge. We have Futaba A Room for Two. So I'm kind of doing a mix of new and used copies. As you can see, this one is used. It's a little bit damaged, but nothing super bad or anything like that. Yeah, one second, let me just show you guys. Look at how cute. Look at how cute this series is, honestly. Okay, so yeah, I bought volume 1 from Amazon because it was on a deep discount. And when I got my copy, it was so damaged, it was insane. So I had to get a replacement copy. So this is my replacement. And then this one I bought used because volume 2 is out of stock right now. Volume 3 is also out of stock, so I'm looking to buy that one used. But the rest of them seem to still be available. So I'm gonna try to buy most of these new so that, I send a signal to Tokyopop to like license more Yurie. But whatever like is hard to find new, I will be getting used because it seems pretty easy to find used. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. I love Yukiko, and I'm excited to see like the evolution of this series because I feel like it really shows the author's growth. Now it's a 4-coma series, and it's very lighthearted and very chill. So I find it a great like relaxation manga to read in between some of the more dramatic stuff that I read. Okay, next we have a series that is everywhere. And if you can see the corner, you know what it is. The guy she was interested in wasn't a guy at all by Sumiko Arai. So yeah, this one I did pre-order it because it was on sale and I just decided to get it on sale. I have not read it yet. I have obviously been keeping up with the Twitter version of this series. So I'm kind of like not in a rush to read the new translation, though I am excited. And yeah, mostly I bought it because it was on sale, but I don't think this series like needs my money because it's so popular. But you know what? They're working so hard to push this series everywhere. I think it's definitely working. It's amazing to see a Yurie series get so much support. I think this series is kind of like a phenomenon, and although I'm not really sure how it would work, I think it will get an anime. But yeah, this series, I don't really find it needs any introduction. The release from Yen Press is very good. I think it's a very pretty release and definitely a little bit heavier than a normal manga, but it's not like webtoon heavy. Like the paper's not like glossy or anything like that. But yeah, it's really good. I find it a really sweet series. It's similar to Futari Bea for me. It's kind of a palette cleanser. And I really love the character designs. And I will say, I mean, volume 2 is going to be out in like the spring, I think. And obviously I've been keeping up with the Twitter chapters. And I'm starting to feel like this series is losing some direction. There's a lot of subplots going on, and I'm kind of hoping that it starts, I don't know, getting simple again. I feel like it's kind of snowballed. Let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, next we have a kind of similar series, Handsome Girl and Sheltered Girl, the complete manga collection. Now this one is like, it was super popular about 4 or 5 years ago. And I feel like people were requesting it from 7 Seas for a long time, myself included. This was one of the series that I first started focusing on in the 7 Seas surveys like years ago. But yeah, this is complete in an omnibus version. I'll show you guys some of the cute art. We have some color pages here. So cute. This series is really adorable. The characters are really fun, and we get a nice amount of like their actual relationship versus like the sort of fake relationship, because she doesn't know that she's a girl, sorry. But yeah, it's just a very sweet series. Obviously, if you like the green Yurie, then you should definitely pick this up because it's similar. But it doesn't really have like the music angle, and also they're in college, so if you like college Yurie, definitely pick this up. It's a great series. I really enjoyed it when I read it back in the day, and I had a blast reading the new translation. I pre-ordered this one as well because it was on sale. Also, I do like the touch that the colors are like the lesbian flag. That's really cute. But yeah, it was such an easy read, and I think that it is a great one to recommend for people who are new to Yurie and want to try something out. I think this is a great one to recommend. Happy to have it in my collection. Okay, next we have another volume of Honeylemon Soda, and this one was great. I'm really starting to feel like we're delving more into Kai's like psyche, and he's a very mysterious character, I find, so I'm really excited for that. Volume 8 is coming out soon, and I have not pre-ordered it yet, but I am so excited. And yeah, I mean, it was great. I love this series. This is one of my favorite shoujo, and I am so excited for the anime in January. Like, I really hope that it's good. I know I've been burned before. A Condition Called Love's anime was so bad in my opinion, and it honestly kind of like made me want to take a break from the manga too, because I was just so frustrated. But based on the trailers, I think this one is going to get a good adaptation. We're gonna have to wait and see. Like, I don't want to keep my expectations too high, but I'm still excited because I really love this shoujo. But it was another great volume. It's like the only shoujo series at the moment that I consistently pre-order, because I just need to read the new volume like immediately. Like, I can't wait. But yeah, it was a great volume. All right, next we have volume 2 of How Do I Turn My Best Friend Into My Girlfriend. So this is a series that I bought volume 1. I thought it was really good, better than her other series, Monologue Woven for You, which I read digitally on Bookwalker. Now this volume, I found it was not quite as strong as the first volume, but I'm still hooked. I'm still interested in reading volume 3 and beyond. I also liked some of the like foreshadowing or like hints that Yuzu is thinking more about this than what's her name? Minami. Minami's efforts are not in vain. The art is great. One thing I do find though is that the supporting characters, I get them mixed up all the time. When I read this volume, I was really having trouble keeping track of the supporting characters. That's like the one thing I'll say about this one. But yeah, I bought this because I had a coupon from Chapters that you could get 20% off on your next purchase from like the first week of December. So it was like a post Black Friday sort of coupon. So I bought it here because my Chapters did not really have anything else that was on like my high priority list for volumes I need to buy. But yeah, I'm happy I have it. Had fun reading it. Okay, next we have volume 4 of Can't Say No to the Lonely Girl. Yeah, I mean, this series, it's amazing. One of my favorite Yurie Hime series, and I'm just picking up every volume whenever I can. I have not started my reread yet, so I have not really read any of these volumes yet. But I think next year I definitely will be doing that, and it was another great volume. Volume 5 is already out, so I'm hoping to get that one soon, and then volume 6 is the last one. So sad, but there is a new like short story collection that just came out this month in Japan for Lonely Girl. I doubt the Kodansha will license it, but if they do, I will definitely pick it up. Okay, next up we have 3 volumes of a series. We have Oshibudo, If My Favorite Pop Idol Made It to the Budokan, I Would Die, volumes 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so this series, obviously one of my all-time favorite Yuri. I'm so happy that we're caught up, and the volume 11 literally just came out in Japan like a week ago. So I don't know when that pre-order will come up, but obviously I will be pre-ordering immediately. Even though I have to wait a long time to get these pre-orders fulfilled, I will be honest. And that's mainly what I wanted to talk about with these books today. So volume 8, I pre-ordered it on Amazon, and for whatever reason, they did not get a lot of copies of this series. I would say under 10 copies maybe. And they could not fulfill my pre-order. They canceled my pre-order after like, delaying it several months. And so they canceled it, and then I was lucky enough to see that Chapters online, like indigo.ca, had a copy, so I bought it, and now it's out of stock there as well. So volume 8 seems to be out of stock everywhere, and you can only get it with slightly expensive third-party sellers. I don't know what happened with volume 8, but that's what happened. It took me a long time to get this. But then very, very soon after volume 8, I got volume 9 and 10 together at the same time from Amazon. So this one, they did fulfill the pre-orders. Now, obviously, this was a little delayed because I got it at the same time as volume 10. Volume 9 was supposed to come out in November, and then volume 10, December 3rd. So, yeah. But I did get them, and they were great quality, and I'm just so happy to have all of them. I read them both in one sitting, and I cried like a baby. I'm not going to spoil why, but so much stuff is happening in this series right now, and I am so emotional over it. Like, I can't wait for volume 11. I'm gonna cry when I open it up and see that cover. Like, if you know, you know. I love this series so much, and the hard situation with some of the pre-orders, I can't be too mad at the end of the day because I finally have them, and they were amazing. So okay, next we have some more used manga from GameStop. Here we have Kanagi, Crazy Shrine Maidens, volumes 1, 2, and 3. I finally have manga from Bandai Entertainment again. When I was way younger, like years and years ago, I had some Bandai Entertainment stuff when they were like still an actual company making manga, but I sold them or gave them away, so I didn't have anything from Bandai in my collection until now. So yeah, this is a total impulse. Only 3 volumes were released in English, and there's 14 volumes in Japan, so yeah, kind of sucks. But I was always interested in reading this series, and I distinctly remember almost buying this volume 1 and then putting it back one time. So seeing it again for $6 a pop at GameStop, I just felt like it was fate and I needed to buy these. So I did. There's some really nice like color inserts for this series, by the way. I just wanted to kind of show it. You can see it kind of comes out like that. Yeah, so I have not read these yet. It's a 2025 thing that I'm going to be doing. But, whoops. Okay. Yeah, so here's number 2. And then some people might recognize that art style. Yeah, this was a series that became an anime in like 2008, I think. And it was decently popular. I thought it was really cute and fun. So as you can see, it's kind of like parodying visual novel styles. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm excited to read it. Don't really have much else to say other than this is kind of like I put it back like 15 years ago and now I have it. So yeah, pretty cool. Okay, next we have another volume of Murcielago. This is volume 24. Now this volume, I honestly found like it was not as strong as the previous volumes. Probably the most bored I've been reading a Murcielago volume in a while, which is not great, but I mean, it's still Murcielago, so obviously it's great. It's hard for me to show Murcielago because you never know when a titty's gonna pop out. But yeah, I mean, obviously it was a good volume, but it just was not as engaging as like 23 or 22 or anything like that. But I'm getting excited for volume 25, and obviously I'll be pre-ordering that one. Next, we have My Dress Up Darling, Volume 9. Yeah, I love this series so much. I've sung its praises so many times on this channel. Yeah, there was some weird, like, body image stuff in this volume, but Gojo saved the plotline, in my opinion. Yeah, so it was a great volume. I love this cover art and the insert. I just love that cute little teddy bear outfit that she has on, and, like, the large socks. I forget what they're called. Yeah, so volume 10 and 11, I'm hoping to get them soon. They're on sale on Amazon, but like it's Christmas, so I can't really afford that right now. But hopefully, like maybe Boxing Week, I'll be able to pick them up. And then I'll be almost caught up on My Dress Up Darling, which is pretty crazy to think, but I'm excited. And then I can start, buying, maybe I'll buy the fan book, or I definitely need to watch the anime soon because I've never seen the anime for this series. But yeah, I love it, and every volume is such a treat. All right, next up we have a new Yurie series from Viz. So we have Rainbows After Storms by Luca Kobachi. As you can see, I'm still reading this one. I'll show you guys my bookmark. It's similar to Futaba, in my opinion, like it's just being like a chill sort of read, but it's not for coma. I love the art style, and I love the name that they gave this series in English, and the just the graphic design is very strong. It's also the binding is like matte, which is very cool. This is a pretty long series, so I'm excited to see where things are headed after this first volume. Next, we have Runaway With Me Girl, Volume 3, the final volume. I really, really liked this series. It made me cry. It's only 3 volumes, but perfect amount of story and such a interesting ending. Like, I loved the ending. Highly recommend this one. I don't really think you need my word for it, though, because it's one of the most, like, highly rated Yurie series recently. So definitely try this out. Next, we have The Summer You Were There, Volume 5. Just another great volume of this series. We're getting really dramatic. Volume 6 is definitely going to make me cry. What a great series. And honestly, Yuama has just announced, like, within the few days, that in the summer or spring, I don't know, she's going to be publishing a new series. I assume it's in Yorihime, but it might not be. But I think it will be. But we'll see. We'll see. The character designs are totally different than anything she's done before, and I think they're very charming, so can't wait to see what's going on with that. But yeah, it took me quite a while to buy this volume. I just kept on having to push it off my list and off my list, but then finally I was able to buy this. Yeah, I'll be sad when it's all over. I've been looking forward to these volumes like every time they come out. So definitely like an end of an era, I think. We're getting close to the end of the manga portion, or English manga at least. So here we have This Monster Wants to Eat Me, Volume 2. Oh my goodness. This series is so good, and we just got an anime announcement, which is just crazy. I really love the characters. I found this volume more interesting than the first one. Like, it really got me hooked. I can't wait for volume 3. It's so good. Yeah, I love it, and I'm honestly gonna be putting it like higher on my priority list. Like, I might actually try to pre-order it every time because I'm just really enjoying it, guys. It's great. And to end off this English manga portion of the video, we have something a little random, Whispered Words, volumes 2 and 3. So why don't I have volume 1? I read it at my library, and then I was like, you know what? I really want to own this series. So I found it for super cheap on Thrift Books. I think this one was $4, and it was like new condition. Whoops. And volume 2 was like $9, I think. And the retail price is something like $20. It doesn't say on the back here. But yeah, I will get volume 1 soon because I don't like having like a gap. But yeah, I've already seen the anime for this like years ago. And it's one of my favorite Yurie anime. Volume 1 already went past what the manga adapted. So I'm really interested to see the growth of Takeshi Ikeda as an author, because the two of them are pretty much like this, which is another series by him, is one of my favorite Yurie, and you can definitely see the evolution of his like sensibilities. Volume 1 definitely has some stuff that did not age great because the series is a bit old now. And there's some very wild like differences in opinion for this manga. People either love it or hate it, call it like an example of great queer representation, and then other people call it total man slop. So but as for me, I mean, I love the anime. I definitely felt that the manga had a bit more lows than highs for volume 1, but I am really excited to see how we get to this on this cover. I will be taking it slow. I want to take it all in. I don't want to rush through this series. So, okay, so first up we have the Indignation of Haruhi Suzumiya. So this was a kind of an impulse. At the beginning of the year, I bought 3 more volumes of this light novel series. I've always been a huge fan of Haruhi. But the light novels have kind of been very low priority for me just because they're a little expensive. But I got this one on a discount. And now I'm just missing like 3 more volumes. And then a 4th new volume is on the way. I forget what it's called. But it has Mikuru and Nagato on the cover, which is very cute. But yeah, I have not read this yet, so I can't say too much. Just happy to have another Haruhi volume. And one of my goals for 2025 is to be caught up on the Haruhi light novels. So I'll be hoping to get more of them soon. Next we have There's No Frickin' Way I'll Be Your Lover Unless, Volume 4. So this series also recently got an anime adaptation announcement, and I could not be happier. This is one of my favorite Yurie series. I buy the manga digitally on Bookwalker just to save space, and also like this is the one that comes with all the color inserts. So I am more caught up on the manga than the light novel, but Watanare is one of my favorite Yuris. Definitely up there with like Yurie Is My Job for me, which if you know me, that's pretty high praise. But this was also about 20% off, so I bought it at a discount. And now I'm just missing volume 5, and volume 6 is coming out soon. Yeah, and then we're caught up with the Japanese version for just a little bit because volume 7 just came out in Japan. So we're getting pretty caught up. I'm happy to have another volume. I really would like to be caught up before the anime and also read the light novel version before the anime. So those are lofty goals because it takes me forever to read novels, but we'll see what happens. And finally, for light novels, we have My Happy Marriage, Volume 7. Like, what is there to say about this series? It's my favorite light novel, and Season 2 is coming out. I am incredibly excited. I've already pre-ordered volume 8 of the light novel, and also volume 5 of the manga is coming out in April. The manga is so far behind, it's not even funny, but I will continue to be buying the manga as well. And also the art book did come out in English this month. I already have it in Japanese, so I don't feel that I need to buy the English version, but if I knew that we were going to get an English version of the like art book so quickly, I probably would have waited. But it is what it is. So yeah, and obviously this cover's amazing. Like, look at it. All right, first up we have Utsushicha Daminakao Volume 2. This is one of my favorite Yurie Hime series right now by one of my all-time favorite authors, Flower Child. This volume is so sexy, so good. Oh my god, the cliffhanger at the end was insane. And I just, I can't wait for the next volume. It's so great. And I also hope that we get a pop-up shop. I would buy everything. Speaking of merchandise, now I do have something else to share. I didn't get any pre-order bonus with this volume from AmiAmi, which is a huge shame because I did get a pre-order bonus with volume 1. They seem to be cutting back on those. I don't know. But anyway, I have here a special postcard. It's a summer postcard that was sold at, I think, Melon? Like Melon Manga, maybe? Or Gamers? I don't think it was Gamers. But yeah, so I just put it in a little frame here, and it's just special art that Flower Child made for this campaign. A lot of other Yurie Hime authors participated. I bought it on Buyee for super cheap, and I'm just happy to have a little something special from this series that I love so much. Next, we have volume 3 of the Kikir Spinoff manga. This just got licensed in English, and I have mixed feelings about what I should do. I'm going to continue buying the Japanese versions because I already have 3 of them. But I'm probably going to buy the English version digitally just to like show my support. Maybe they will license the anthologies because I don't have those. And yeah, I have here my pre-order bonus from AmiAmi. Now I'm a little disappointed that even though I love this trio, obviously I love them. But I was really hoping that Eliza would be the pre-order bonus because last volume we got the other member of the band that I always forget the name of. But I did get this, and it's very cute. And finally, I have something a little spicy, so I needed to find something to censor it really fast. So, yes, here we have the SM Yurie Ecchi Anthology from Yurie Hime. This was a total impulse buy. I think that it was really good. There was some really good mangaka that participated in this. And yeah, it was just something random I decided to pick up because I was just feeling like shopping that day, I guess. Seems like anthologies are kind of going out of style for English publishers to license, so I don't think we're going to be getting this one in English, but you never know. And finally, we are going to have some other goodies to share, so I'll get that already. Remember how I said that I could not afford to support both Kickstarter campaigns? That's because I had already pre-ordered merchandise from Milk Morinaga's booth. Yeah. So she and a bunch of authors that are in Galette did a exhibition in the summer called Shoujo to Shoujo, and I pre-ordered the bundle of merch from Milk Morinaga because I love her, and Girlfriends is one of my all-time favorite Yurie, and I've always wanted to have merch for it. But it's an older Yurie, so I didn't really think that was going to happen, but luckily it did. So let's go through the merch. First, we have a phone charm. Very cute. Haven't put it on my phone yet because I'm worried it's going to break. Then we have the acrylic stand. This is one of the things I wanted the most because I really wanted some Mari and Akko representation on my shelf. Aren't they so cute, guys? And the art is like modern Milk Morinaga, so it's so polished and so cute. Next we have a, I guess this is like a little face cloth, or not a face cloth, but like just a microfiber cloth. And it has chibis from like most of her series. So we have Hanah Hina After School, Girlfriends, Kisses, Sighs, and Cherry Blossom Pink, My Cute Little Kitten, Himitsu no Recipe, which is not in English, sadly, but it is in French, and Secret of the Princess. So this is really cute. I don't really know what to do with it. I kind of just have it on display in the plastic. So nice that the top 3 of my favorite couples are on the top. Like, what a coincidence. And then we have the clear file with one of my favorite pieces of girlfriend's art. It also came with a postcard, but I gave the postcard away to a friend as like a thank you gift. So I just have the clear file here, but that's fine. And on the back, we have more art. And also I have like the thank you note that she sent in the bundle. So yeah, I love this cute little kitten cat girl versions of the couple. They're so cute. I'm so happy to have this. So last but not least in today's video is something that I have been meaning to share for months. I backed this campaign like 2 years ago, and so many things happened, including a lot of printing problems. But finally, in around August, I got my bundle of the Drops of Moonlight Fanzine. So I don't really support fanzines very often, but this one just felt so special. It's a 30th anniversary Sailor Moon project with participation from all of the fandoms, like all over the world for Sailor Moon. It was just such a unique fan collaboration, and the theme of it is like the future. So thinking about post-canon Sailor Moon. It's super thick. You can see it's really big here. And I got some goodies, but I'll just kind of flip through. There is fanfics. We have fan art. There's also cosplay. Let's see here. There's doujinshi. Okay, here we go. Here's one. So yeah, here is a little bit of cosplay. So there's honestly a bit of everything in this, and it is just so beautiful. Really happy that I was able to support it and that it was able to make its way to me, because it was such a troubled release for this to get here. But yeah. Then it also came with a coloring book. Now, I have not used the coloring book. I don't know if I will. But it's a really cute idea. Then we have postcards and stickers. So I'll go through the postcards. We have that one. One of my favorites, because I'm a big fan of Minako and Kunzite. And honestly, the timing was amazing, because I got my copy of this right at the same time that the Cosmos movies were on Netflix. So I was really in a Sailor Moon mood. And then we have some stickers. We've got the starlights here. We have Luna and Artemis. Is Diana on there? No. More cute stickers. So awesome. Oh my god. This is one of my favorites. I love this artist. And finally, we have these ones. And also it came with origami paper. I'm not going to take this out because they're very flimsy. You can see all the designs here. And yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to use it for. I don't really do origami, but maybe I should start. Alrighty, and that is everything that I have to share with you guys today. And as always, you can see me on Instagram, and I also have a Goodreads that I update pretty much every day. So if you're interested in seeing what I read, definitely check that out. Like I said, I might be doing some more, I might be doing some reading logs in 2025. I have a few ideas for where I might want to take this channel, as I don't really think I'm going to be doing as many traditional haul videos in 2025, but we're just going to have to play it by ear and see how things go. But yeah, that's all from me today. As always, thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye!